All right, let's get this class started. How you guys doing? Oh my God, we need some light here. I got this from a garage sale the other day. Oh my God, what is that? All right, today we're gonna talk about Ambika, but first off, before I tell you anything about her and her journey with the NCLEX, I'm gonna let her talk for 2 minutes and she's gonna tell you all about her experience with the NCLEX. It's a unique story, so motivational, so inspirational. It will encourage everyone to stay on track with their dreams and never give up. You've gotta watch this video all the way to the end because we're gonna give 2 scholarships for NCLEX Webinar. I promise that this video will solve all your problems with the NCLEX. You know, the depression, the devastation, the confusion, the resources, everything you can think about. If you failed your NCLEX before or this is your first time taking your NCLEX, I promise you that you're gonna pass your NCLEX on your very next attempt. Let's jump into Ambika and she's gonna tell you about her story. I'm gonna give her 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna get back with you guys. All right, let's go.
Hi guys, who is listening to me? I'm here to share my experience with you guys. I just passed my NCLEX RN with 79 questions. I took 5 hours to complete my exam, and basically I'm an internationally educated nurse, and I passed out in 2009, and I was having difficult time to pass my NCLEX RN. I tried a couple of times and I was not successful. I tried whatever available in the market like UWorld, Kaplan, and CBS Learning Extension, but nothing was working for me. One day I came across the Alpha Slice RN webinar. I listened to it and then I took a decision to be a part of it. Then I came across my mentor Mo, who is a wonderful person. The live webinar and the accessibility to approach your mentor makes it very special. The way webinar is built make you study by any means. Like you will be listening to the podcast, you will be having the recorded webinar, you will be reading the notes. So you will be having a continuous practice what you are learning. So I think retaining memory and repetition is the key to success to pass the NCLEX exam. I just followed my mentor. I literally truly believe what he says, that time is not our enemy but wrong answer is. So I just followed it. I try to control my anxiety during my exam setup. So I just blindly will suggest to anyone who wants to pass the NCLEX RN even in their very first attempt, because he will teach you those strategies, he will teach you those things that you have never learned in your nursing school, and he will make you confident that you're gonna pass the NCLEX RN exam. He will guide you on one-to-one basis. So he is such a super model mentor for me, because he given a lot of time, which you can rarely find nowadays mentor does to their students. So I have to admit it, he is a super mentor for me. So what I mean to say is that trust yourself and go for the webinar and be proud of yourself. That's it.
Alright, you've heard Ambika talk, but that's not the whole story. I just gave her 2 minutes to tell you a little bit about her experience, but now I'm gonna take you to my Facebook page, to our conversation when it first started before she joined the webinar. So this is what happened. She said, "Hey Mo, right now I'm listening to your webinar. I need help to pass the NCLEX." She's eager to wait for a response from me. She wants to share her background story, and she literally went into details. We're not gonna go through all that, but I'm just gonna give you highlights. I replied instantly, because you know, on my Facebook page, you can go see the statistics. I replied within 2 hours, 97% response rate. I don't know where that 3% went, but anyways, I respond to every single comment. So that's what happened. She said, I came across to know about you just 2 hours ago from Facebook. Just completed listening to your webinar. I am really freaking inspired. No, she didn't swear. I'm swearing. I'm just swearing. So she said, just complete listening to your webinar. I used to do like 2-hour webinars where I talk about my story, my struggles, and how I came to the United States. And then I pitch my, 4-week crash course, and I talk all about it and what I have to provide for the NCLEX and to help you guys. And that's what she said. She did her nursing in India back in 2009. The main reason she started nursing is to go overseas. But she was trying to come to Canada on a student visa. It didn't happen. Even though all her batchmates were able to come to Canada, but it didn't happen for her. 4 or 5 of her batchmates came. Then her husband, he's a nurse as well. He applied for a student visa, studied for 2 years. Then he did his NCLEX and he passed. Once he passed, he applied for her and they didn't accept her. Oh my God, this is a very sad story. Look how hard it takes. Look how difficult it is for someone international to come into Canada or the United States. Anyway, finally, he applied for her. She was accepted and she came on a visa in 2015 and she got permanent residency on the same year. She was eligible for her RN exam, which is the NCLEX. She sat for it. The guidelines are you can take it 3 times. She freaking took it 3 times and failed. And that's it. The law is a law. They will not allow her to sit anymore in the state of Ontario, Canada. Oh my God. But the rules changed again back in 2017. And then she sat one more time. After she had her baby on January 1st, she freaking failed again. April 2017. That's 4 times. Oh my God, that's so devastating. She went back to India for a year. Then she came back and she wanted to pass her NCLEX. She said, I don't have the confidence I will pass, but I want to do it. Today I'll listen to you. I want to share my story. Something told her to share her story with me. She's usually an introvert. She doesn't talk much. I used to be an introvert. I flipped. I don't know how. When I started YouTube, I instantly flipped. But anyways, she said she's afraid to take driving lessons. She's afraid that she's not being a good mom, a good wife, support the husband. Oh my God, can you freaking believe it? How much the NCLEX puts you down in case you fail. So if you fail once, you're gonna feel all those disgusting feelings of depression, down, devastation, you name it. So tell me, if you fail twice or 3 times or 4 times, like Ambika's case, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna feel? Just imagine that. She said she lost confidence from her life. She is afraid. She said, could you guide me to pass my NCLEX exam? I've tried Kaplan, NCSBN, UWorld, nothing worked. And then conversation back and forth about the pricing, how can she enroll? And she was saying, here it's 1:38 a.m. in Canada. It was freaking midnight, 40 minutes after midnight. And I'm still responding to emails, still responding to messages. Actually, at that time, I'm not sure if it was a weekend, but in case it wasn't a weekend, I just finished my webinar with my students and I respond to messages and emails. I'm telling you, your boy is a hustler. Your boy wants you to get value of this Alpha Slice brand. And if you still don't know what Alpha Slice is, that's my brand. Go visit my YouTube channel, subscribe, click that bell because you're gonna find amazing content. Because we are the most active nursing channel on YouTube. All right, I'll go back to this. So she said she wanted to join the webinar. She joined the webinar and she took it in August, I believe. And then the rest is history. She booked her NCLEX 2 weeks after she finished the webinar. And then she had a little bit of problems on her personal life. She texted me. She said, Mo, I'm having this and that. What should I do? I said, postpone your exam. Because if you're not ready, if you're not mentally stable, if you don't have comfort in your life, you cannot sit for your NCLEX. So I said, listen, postpone your exam for 2 weeks. She did. And then after 2 weeks, she called me and she said, Mo, I feel depressed. I don't feel ready. I said, postpone for 1 more week. And what did I do during that week? I kept motivating her on a daily basis so that when she sat for her test, she was freaking confident. And her exam shut off at 79 questions. It took her 5 hours. I ain't gonna say, Mo, 79 questions within 5 hours? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you a turtle? And I will tell you, man, I'm gonna teach you all the secrets. Smart test taking skills. In a minute, I'm gonna jump on the whiteboard and I'm gonna explain all the webinar. I'm gonna break it down. And usually I start screaming, so bear with me. But for the next webinar, I'm gonna give 2 sponsorships. So you're gonna go ahead, just like anyone, you're gonna go to the website, book your webinar, and you're gonna pay. But after we have the full group, usually 20 to 25 students, we're gonna do a draw. It's gonna be live, everyone will be attending, and we're gonna draw 2 names. Those 2 names, we're gonna refund them, and then they're gonna attend the 4-week crash course for free. Are you freaking kidding me? Is that the best deal or what? Now, let's go ahead and jump into the whiteboard, and I'm gonna tell you every single detail about this NCLEX webinar. Oh my god, I'm freaking pumped for you. Let's jump into the whiteboard. Let's go. Alright, I'll try to explain the NCLEX webinar very quickly, but if you need more information, hey, this is my WhatsApp. You can call me. The number is +1 313 559 5914. You're gonna see it on the screen, and it's here on the board. My number, if you want to call me and ask about the NCLEX webinar or you want to enroll, it's +1 347 868 8543. And if you want to contact me via email and send me your story and whatever you want to talk about, just info@alphaslice.org. And if you do not follow me on YouTube, go subscribe to my channel. It's Alpha Slice. And I'm gonna put it here on the screen. But let's talk about the NCLEX webinar. It's a 4-week crash course, a state-of-art webinar. I built this webinar in a way that it is tailored to the average Joe. I mean, the average nurse. I mean, any nurse, whatever your level is, your English, your nursing content, it doesn't matter. I can make anyone pass on your very next attempt. I'm gonna explain how the webinar works. So it's 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks of live training. So every night, you and me will sit together in a live webinar. You'll be able to interact with me, and I'm gonna explain NCLEX, nursing content. We're gonna solve questions, rationale. I'm gonna teach you NCLEX strategies. I'm gonna teach you smart test-taking skills. Trust me, if you have nursing content and you do not have smart test-taking skills, I promise you that you're gonna fail. You need to have those skills in order to sit for the NCLEX. The NCLEX is a unique test. It's nothing like what you studied in nursing school. It's way different. And if you're international, trust me, if you're not gonna take this webinar, that's fine. But I'm telling you, after you sit for your NCLEX and you fail, you're gonna come back. And then you're gonna be crushed, devastated, depressed, you feel down, you feel like you don't wanna live anymore because you failed that NCLEX. You feel that you're embarrassed from your friends, your family, your colleagues, your classmates, even your teachers. I know how that feels because I'm telling you, I've helped hundreds of nurses pass their NCLEX. And as we've discussed, as I've showed you on my desktop, the reviews, the people that I've helped, I'm telling you, everyone comes with the same story. I know it by heart, but I'm telling you, just jump on this webinar and I'm gonna solve all your problems. So let's see, 4 weeks, Monday to Friday, every night, we're gonna sit together and we're gonna discuss NCLEX. I'm gonna teach you every little bit that you need to pass your NCLEX on your very next attempt. And trust me, I'm not gonna take you back to nursing school. I'm not gonna give you textbooks to study from. I'm gonna give you what you need, what the Board of Nursing need from you to put you in a category as a safe nurse. They don't want you to study the whole ECG chapter, a whole 54 rhythms. They don't care if you know left bundle branch block or right bundle branch block or AV blocks. They don't care about that. They care about 5 rhythms. Master those 5 rhythms and then they will say, they will shake your hand and tell you you passed your NCLEX. When it comes to chemotherapy, when it comes to oncology, when it comes to hematology, endocrinology, like diabetes, you don't need to know everything about diabetes. You need to know a few things. When does the patient eat? Type 1, type 2, what's important? Medication or food or exercise. That's what's important. So I'm gonna teach you what's important because if you get a diabetes question, you will be able to answer it. Addison disease, Cushing syndrome. Don't get lost with all those textbooks. I'm gonna give you exactly what you need. Just memorize what I tell you to do. Just memorize the content I give you. And I'm telling you, it is the perfect algorithm. Just memorize it and you're gonna freaking pass. I'm telling you. So I'm giving you the live training. Let us say you're busy. You're a mom. You've got kids. And you missed the 9 p.m. Central Time. And you came and joined the webinar at 10 a.m. You already missed 1 hour. You're gonna tell me, Mo, I missed 1 hour. I already paid for that. You're right, I've got you back. because I'm gonna record the session and I'm gonna send it to you after we finish the webinar. I'm gonna send you a video record of every single session, every single day, and you will not miss anything. Let's say you jumped on the webinar and you watched 2 hours and then you fell asleep. You're on the phone and then you fell asleep on the couch. Right, what are you gonna do? You already missed another hour, hour and a half, or 2 hours, because every single webinar is around 3 to 4 hours. That's the average. Yeah, right? You think you're gonna pass your NCLEX studying 1 hour a day? No, ma'am. It's 3 to 4 hours. So if, let us say, you fell asleep on the couch, I'm gonna send you the video record. You don't have to worry about that. And then you're gonna tell me, Mo, do I need to take notes? I'm gonna tell you, no, you don't need to take notes, because I'm gonna give you notes. I'm gonna give you the notes in a PDF form. So every single night, I'll take the notes for you as if I'm studying for my NCLEX, as if I'm taking notes for myself. I'll write notes down for you. I'm gonna send them to you via email with the video record. But that's not all. Let's say you watch the video, you read the notes, and then what are you gonna do? You still have free time. Yes, I don't want you to lock yourself in an NCLEX bubble, I call it. I don't want you to lock yourself in your room. I want you to do your household, work. I want you to go do your grocery shopping. I want you to walk your dog, go to the gym. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a podcast that you're gonna listen to on your phone. You just put your headsets and you're gonna listen to the podcast. It is the webinar in an audio form. You listen to it while you're doing your household or whatever the case might be, because that will help you recall the slides, recall the images. And then you would know if you missed something, let's say Cushing disease, and you said, oh my God, I forgot that huge man with a big tummy and the moon face. So you go back to the slides and you see that slide again and you memorize it and you make sure you will never forget it again. That's the purpose of recalling images. That's the best way to memorize nursing content for your NCLEX. Trust me, I've done it over and over and over again, and it works every single time. We started this company 6 months ago, and I'm telling you, man, we've never had anyone fail. There are some people who took the webinar and they didn't test yet. But from the people who tested, just last night, Bilal from Lebanon, he's testing for his NCLEX in Australia. He just passed. He didn't send me his testimonial video yet, but he sent me a screenshot of his quick results. And man, I'm so proud of you, Bilal. But Bilal was number 30 out of 30 nurses. It's 100% success rate so far. You will not freaking believe it. From day one that you start the webinar, you will fall in love, because you're not the one who's testing for the NCLEX. I'm testing for the NCLEX. The NCLEX means way more for me than it means for you, because my reputation on the line. And you bet that I'm gonna do whatever it takes for you to pass your NCLEX. I'm not gonna let you slack. You're gonna follow along and you're gonna freaking pass. So we said the live webinar, the video record, and then the notes, and then the podcast. All right, the podcast. Is that it? No, hell no. Hey, community. Community is the best thing that I can offer you. People who are sitting for the NCLEX in a community, in a WhatsApp group and a Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, good. If you're on WhatsApp, good. If you're not on any of those, fuck you. Just join, download the app, and be part of that community. Be a member, engage. When you ask questions, we attended the webinar today, and then you're asking questions. Don't ask me, ask the group. All of them will jump and help you understand and rationalize. All right? And then I'll give it a couple of hours. If they didn't give you an answer or they give you wrong answers, I'm gonna jump in, because I'm your coach, I'm your mentor. I'm gonna give you the right answer. But everyone in the community, everyone in the group is gonna benefit out of that. You're gonna say, Mo, why the fuck are you screaming? Where's that energy coming from? I'm telling you, man, every time a single person passes the NCLEX, I feel energetic. I feel energized. I just want to see the next person who's gonna sit for their NCLEX and pass it. Because behind every single person, there's a story. There's a unique story. I had a unique story. My wife had a unique story. My wife passed her NCLEX with 76 questions. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna put like 10 seconds of testimonials of people who pass the NCLEX, and trust me, every single one has a unique story, just like Ambika. I know every single one of you has his problems, has his troubles, personal struggles. I'm telling you, I know it all. I've heard it over and over again over the past year and a half since I started my YouTube channel and I started helping people towards their American dream, NCLEX, getting jobs, putting resumes, sitting for interviews. I'm telling you, this bond, when you jump on this webinar, this bond that you and me will have, it's a bond forever. It's brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now, let's get down to business. You're gonna tell me, Mo, how much does this cost? It costs $3.99. $3.99. And you're gonna tell me, Mo, this is freaking expensive. I know, this is expensive. This is gonna hold you accountable. But if you want to pass your NCLEX on your very next attempt, if you failed your NCLEX multiple times before, you know how much money you're wasting. You're wasting tens of thousands of dollars. It's a huge amount. RN money. You don't want to waste that kind of money. This $3.99 will guarantee that you're gonna freaking pass on your very next attempt. I know it. It doesn't matter your English level. It doesn't matter your nursing content level. It doesn't matter if you graduated back in 2009, 2007. I'm telling you, I've heard it all. And you're gonna tell me, Mo, I need this webinar. But this kind of money, I don't have it. I'm a single mom. I've got 2 kids. I'm a dad. I've got 4 kids. I've got child support. I've divorced my wife. I'm a student. I just graduated. I don't have the money. I'm telling you, I've heard it all. Shut the fuck up. No excuses. $3.99. Go get it. Put that on your credit card. Open a new line of credit. Get money from your mom. Sell your tablet. Sell your phone. Don't sell your phone because you're gonna watch the webinar. You're gonna need that to watch the webinar. But there's a lot of dumb shit that you have around the house. This tripod, monopod, $2.99. Sell it for $100. Now you have $100. This freaking bicycle, you don't need a bicycle, man. Just sell it, $50. Now you've got $150. All right, stay. What else do you have on you? You have Jordans, you have iPod, iPad, I mean, you name it. There's a lot of dumb shit around your house. Go sell it on eBay, get the money. Borrow money from your mother, from a friend. Go to your teacher. Just get the $3.99, come to the webinar, and let's make magic. Let's help you pass on your very next attempt. And I'm telling you, man, my webinar is 100% refundable. 100% refundable, no questions asked. You take the webinar, first 2 days, if you didn't like what you see, just tell me, Mo, I want a refund, I didn't like it, it's not for me. Bing! I'll refund your money, no question asked. Alright, is that it? No. If you fail your NCLEX, I'll refund you your money, 100% guaranteed, no question asked. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, woman, I'm telling you, brother and sister, I've never had to refund a single person until now, because every single one passes, period. A very common question as well. You're gonna tell me, Mo, do I need external resources? Is there anything I need to purchase besides your webinar? The answer is no. It's only my webinar. We've got a Q bank of 1,000 questions. And you're gonna tell me, Mo, like 1,000 questions is not much. I've heard that you've gotta solve 3,000 to 4,000 questions in order to pass your NCLEX. I'm gonna tell you, yes, that's true. You need to solve 3,000 to 4,000 questions until you get 1,000 quality questions. There's a lot of rubbish in the market. A lot of rubbish. A lot of things that you don't need to know. I tell my students, Vietnamese anemia. Why the fuck do they teach you Vietnamese anemia? You don't need that. So if you get a question in any NCLEX resource, let's say UWorld, Kaplan, and they're talking about Vietnamese anemia, you don't need it. That's a rubbish question. Actually, I just made that up. There's nothing called Vietnamese anemia. But you will hear like diseases that you've never heard of. You don't need it. For your NCLEX, man, I'm telling you, the Board of Nursing, they don't want you to fail. They want you to be safe. So as soon as they feel that you are a safe nurse and you know the basic information about diabetes, hypertension, cancer, some certain medication, and they feel that you can take care of the American population, they're gonna pass you. And oh yeah, I forgot one more thing that the NCLEX webinar provides. Every single weekend, I'm gonna give you a 75 question test that's gonna determine your level. And according to your performance, I'm gonna draw your performance graph. How are you doing in accordance to the baseline? Are you above the baseline, or you're below the baseline, or fluctuating up and down? And then I'm gonna explain how do they actually grade you, with your NCLEX. Let's say you got 50%. 50% in your NCLEX, like 50% of the questions right. Is that enough for you to pass your NCLEX? What is enough? What is a performance graph? How do you know that you passed? I'm gonna tell you all that, trust me. I'm gonna teach you. So by the weekend, when you solve your exam and you send it back to me by Sunday night, 6 p.m., that's the due date. You send it back to me and I grade it and I draw your performance graph, then I'm gonna tailor a study plan for you because I know your weaknesses and I know what you need to improve for the next week, and we'll do it every single weekend. So if that's not enough for you and you still have questions, and there are questions that I didn't discuss on this video, there's another video, a detailed video about the NCLEX webinar. I don't know where you're watching this, on the website or YouTube or Facebook. There's a link somewhere, either on the screen or down in the description box. Click it, watch that video. I'm also gonna put testimonial videos. Go watch them. Go read the reviews on the website. And if you're still not convinced and you still have questions that are unanswered, this is my freaking number. Call me, text me, email me, and I'm gonna reply to every single question you ask in less than 24 hours. Visit my Facebook page. And you're gonna see responses are within 2 hours. I've got your back, man. I'm telling you, I will do whatever it takes for you to pass your NCLEX. And if you're gonna go buy Kaplan or you're gonna go buy Remore, those people don't answer you. They don't answer your questions. Until today, I've got people who took my NCLEX webinar back in August, July. They still text me with the questions. I still answer them because we have bond for life. So if you're still not convinced, why the hell are you still watching? Go book your webinar, $3.99, and give me a call.
I'll not be the one who pretend, acting like everything's sane. I never asked you to stay, but you're staying. You're giving it all for the fame. Your vanity, you have no shame. None of it makes any sense.